Hey, Belly Button Crust, day is today. I think it's 22 of me RVing on the road for 60 days. Okay, anytime a campground has coffee, of course I'm gonna go get it. First off, I'm lazy AF. Second, it's free coffee. So I spent most of the morning like this. Am I fucking off? Probably. Then I took my son to a batting cage in Flagstaff, 135 balls, and 15 minutes later, we drove 5 miles away to eat at this pho place. And this is where my day got disappointing. The pho place was closed because it was celebrating 4th of July. I don't know, that's what the sign said. So I settled on a mediocre sandwich instead, blah. Then we headed over to the Aquaplex. They were at capacity. It was a 2-hour wait. I peeked inside and the California in me was like, eh. So we settled for the hotel pool instead. And after that, we went to the front desk to grab our mail. My son was super excited for this license plate game to come in. Then I filmed myself making content. After that, I finished my day eating the last half of my sandwich and watching the sunset. I'm going to be honest with you guys. After this trip, I don't know if I'm a camping mountain girly. I'm positive I'm a Margarita Beach girly. Then I watched my kids draw a big city with chalk. And then I filmed some more content of this light working. Another mediocre day RVing on the road. I know based off of this, you guys cannot wait to see what I do tomorrow. Bye!
What's up, Germ Factory? Honestly, you must be a glutton for punishment. This is day 23 of me being on the road, and trust me, it doesn't look as glamorous as it seemed. Like doing your makeup in a shared bathroom, not the business. And why do I do my makeup while I'm camping, you ask? Because I'm cringe to the mat, and I'll prove it in this vlog. Like I woke up this morning to film this video for this fitness armband. If that wasn't cringy enough, do I run? Absolutely not. And then I went to grab my free coffee from the hotel, then stumbled upon a Western show, and headed back to the campground to make breakfast. And then after that, I did laundry. And because we spent most of the day in the campground, we went to the pool, and here I am being cringy at the pool. Like, who does this in public? Me. But then I pretty much spent the rest of my day like this. Honestly, can I ask you why it takes so long to upload content? And then in the evening, when I'm back to this batting cage, it's $135, 15 minutes, $12. More on that later if you like. And after dinner, we went up to the Lowell Observatory. It has some of the oldest telescopes. Look, I don't know who Lowell is, but he's buried on the property. And if you're interested in telescopes, here's one for you. Anyway, there were so many stars, but I couldn't record because it's so dark. That is all, bye. Hey, Nutbuster. It's day 24 of me RVing on the road. It might be 24 days too long. So in the morning, I had to wake up and get my free coffee, of course. If you didn't know, coffee's my whole personality. And then afterwards, I went to Coaster Park, where there is an alpine roller coaster. Wish I could do a whole vlog on this, but they didn't allow you to bring cameras on the alpine coaster because they want you to pay $14 for this video, which after paying $30 for a single ride, I paid for solely because did it happen if there was no video of it? Absolutely not. And the rest of my day was pretty uneventful. I pretty much spent most of the day like this. My eyeballs are so dry from sitting out in the wind. And then for dinner, we went out to this Thai restaurant on Route 66. This is their Tom Kha, and it was delicious. And you know what it is, ho? It's time to watch my son hit some balls. And then he wanted to show you this ball that he got from Arizona that was like $12. Ridiculous. More tomorrow, I guess. Bye. Okay, ballsack, I wish I could tell you that day 25 was more exciting. But honestly, the next couple of days is going to be boring AF, and I don't really know why you're watching this. But I already committed to doing a daily vlog, so here it is. But I always make a morning trek over to the hotel to get some coffee. And look, most of the day I did this, and I was really happy to be able to catch up on some content, but it actually kind of made me really homesick. And then later on that morning, we drove up closer to the Vail area, where we own a 1-acre piece of land in Arizona. Here it is, guys, in all its glory. Just some flat land surrounded by mountains. Then I watched the fire that was burning in the distance for a little bit. And then we headed to the campground, which I did this for the rest of the day. Exciting. And of course, when I got so bored out of my mind, I would walk around the campground a little bit until it was time for dinner, which is when I started doing this. What am I doing with my life? Then my kids asked to go swimming, of course, because what else are you going to do? And by the time we came back, it was dark, so I lit a candle, and then I watched my son hit some balls. You could barely see it here. And that's it. I'm sorry you had to suffer through that. Tomorrow is not glamorous either. Trust me.
What it is, ho? This is day 26 of me RVing for the summer. And today I spent most of the day on the campground, which means it was mediocre at best and boring at the worst. So instead of narrating how uneventful my day was, and since now I've been on the road for about 30 days, I can talk to you guys about the pros and cons of RVing. The pros are definitely you get to spend a lot of time in one city. You would get to explore things that you never could on an airplane. For instance, stumbling on a random petting zoo in the middle of nowhere at a gas station. You'll get to do stuff on your bucket list and you'll be able to hit a lot of different areas and a lot of different states in one sitting. However, I will say the con is that this is not for everyone. If you're someone that likes the routine of things, or if you're a really huge homebody, the traveling can be very taxing mentally and physically. And for somebody like me that needs a lot of alone time, being in a tight cramped space is not for me. The argument that RVing might save you money, I think that I have to disagree, because unless you have a rig that can fully go off grid, you're going to want to stay at a campground that has all the amenities, and the amenities mean moolah. So some of the nicer campgrounds could be like $100 a night. and you're spending way more money on gas because you're pulling a rig, one could argue that you could just get in your car, go on a road trip, and save that extra money of gas on a hotel. So unless you're doing this like 6 months out of the year where you actually have a membership to some sort of campground, I definitely wouldn't say it's cheaper to travel this way. However, I will say that it definitely checks the marks on your bucket list. You create a lot of lasting memories with your kids, and I know it doesn't seem like it, but that is my only goal in life. Hope that helps. Bye!
When there's a clean shower at the RV park, you take advantage of it. Welcome to day 27 of me RVing for the summer. This RV park you guys is near the train tracks and is so loud. So after I was refreshed, I went to go get my morning coffee as always, and honestly I like to sit at the hotel for silence. Then I came back to the campground and cooked breakfast. And after, I dragged my kids an hour away to go to Prescott, where we found a free indoor playground, and I got some coffee. And let me tell you, I actually kind of feel like I'm part of civilization again. RVing for almost 30 days, you kind of feel like you fell off the face of the earth. Full video on this playground in my next video if you're interested. If you're not, eat a booger. After that, I took my kids to this water park. It was so cheap. You guys, it's $2 a person. And then we played at the park a little bit, and then went to go have lunch. And when I arrived back at the campground, it started raining, trying to match my cloudy, miserable soul. Then I actually got some batteries so I can test out this wiffle ball launcher. I could do a full review on that later for you guys if you're interested. It did its job, but it does have a few quirks. So I ended the night with walking over to the school and having my son test out this machine. We're trying our best to practice as much baseball on the road as we can. Thanks for wasting 1 minute of your life watching this video. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye!